Hey guys, it's Scrappinkaty, and it is time for another Stretch the Sketch. I have missed a couple of months, so I'm really excited about jumping in on this one. And here's a look at what Stretch the Sketch is all about. For this sketch, I am using the Good Vibes paper. You can see just kind of groovy. I'm loving the patterns. And I am going to be documenting this photo of our oldest son and his gorgeous girlfriend, who, if you don't follow me on social media, you might not know, but they just got engaged. And I just think that this photo just goes perfectly with these colors. Now, while I love this sketch, I loved it the first moment I saw it at Bella Boulevard. While I love it as a 12 by 12, I'm going to be doing an 8.5 by 11. So let me get some pages cut or some pieces cut, and then I will be right back. So I have all my pieces cut, but I do want to go ahead and gut this piece of Sundance cardstock, which means I'm just going to take the middle out of it. So I'm lining it up at the inch mark on the left, and then I'm starting my blade at an inch, and then I'm cutting up until there's an inch left. And that top cut, you know, will always depend on how what your paper is sized at. So again, for this 8.5 by 11, 1 all the way up to 10, and then rotating at 90 degrees, and then 1 all the way up to 7.5, and then that gets to be popped out. And then now I can adhere my white daisy cardstock on top. Being that I have an inch border on that Sundance cardstock, really don't have to worry about the adhesive, but I still kept the adhesive pretty tight to the edge of this white daisy. You just want to keep in mind how big your border is on your base cardstock, so when you add adhesive, you don't have any adhesive in the middle. So we've got that, and then I've gone ahead and I've cut several patterns, and these are sized at 1 3/4 by 5.5 inches, and I'll leave that measurement down below. And I am just going to add some ink around the edges of this, just using a mini blending tool and then the coordinating ink. So there are a couple of ways you can ink distress, or that I do. I either use all one ink, no matter the color of the pattern paper or the cardstock, or I use coordinating inks, which is what I'm doing here. I am going to bring my Versamat out to line these up. Just going to stick my paper down to the middle with just a little bit of adhesive. That way it doesn't move. And in the sketch, the darkest color is on the bottom, and so that's what I'm going to do here. And I am going to line it up, I believe, at 2 inches. Okay, I'm actually going to move it down to 1.5, and this is 5.5 inches. So going to line it up about right there. And then I'm also going to have about 1/8 of an inch in between each one of these. So I'm just going to work myself up, again leaving about 1/8 of an inch in between, and using my Versamat as a guide. And then this last one, I decided to use this pattern instead of the little shortbread pattern on the other side, and I think I like it. Okay, so there's definitely more space at the top, but that's fine because we are going to be using some stickers on each one of those. So I think this is going to go here, and I have this pattern left over, and instead of cut another pattern, so when I cut these, because they're only 5.5 inches long, I actually got 2 pieces from one. So I want to use this as the mat and just cut, can't do 1/2 inch, but I can do probably 3/8, and then I'll just glue it all around and trim it down, I think. It's okay if this one's a little bit bigger. So I could like miter the corners and, you know, do all that, but I don't think I want to. So I'm just going to apply some adhesive right there. And then grab that. Yeah, and then just work myself around. I am going to speed this up, but this is a perfect time to remind you, if you are liking what you are seeing, go ahead and hit that like button. It will help YouTube show you more videos of the same, and then it helps my little video channel out by showing it to more people. And I'm going to add some shortbread ink just around the edge of that. I'm not even inking it up, I'm just using the residuals from doing that other strip of paper. Okay, yeah. I like that. Let's move this back. Let's start the decorating. So I'm going to use espresso ink, and then of course my favorite stamp set. And I'm just going to be adding some splatters down where I think they will show when this photo is on here. And then I definitely want to add some right here. And then I'm thinking maybe even on this piece right here. Okay, so that's going to be that for right now. And then you remember the inspiration sketch had stitching all the way around. So there are several little stitches on this stamp set, and I'm going to use the one that's these little dots. You'll be able to see here in a second. And I'm just going to stamp this all the way around, trying to be careful to notice if I have ink on my block, and trying to be careful not to rock my block in case I do have ink and it won't get everywhere. I'm going to speed this up, but while I'm stamping this, I just want you to take a mental note of just how much this stamped border all around these pattern papers just elevates this layout, or it did to me, I don't know. But I just love the addition of either doodling lines or, like you see here, this stamped border. It just makes the layout, if you ask me. Okay, so that is done. Let's put this back here, and now I'm going to pull out the sticker sheet and see what we can use. Let's take this off and just remove this tape with my rub and remove. I'm not going to put that very far in case I need to use it. Okay, so let's put this photo back here. I'm looking at the sticker sheet. See how my son just has a whole lot of blank space right there? So I think I want to do the title instead of over here, since it's such a condensed space. I think I'm going to actually use his shirt as kind of a landing. Now, I really like Every Picture Tells a Story, but I think it's just going to be too long. So I think we're going to go back with Good Vibes. I think just her little kissy face is just so cute with a Good Vibes title. Okay, so I'm going to take the adhesive off of that too, mainly just the bottom part. And then, like I said, there are these like little tabs. Remember the sketch had little tabs? So I've got this one, Make Today Count. I really am kind of liking that one, or I could put it right here, and I could put, I've got Sunshine right there. Now the sketch had tabs on every single little piece. I don't know if I necessarily need that, although that would be cute. And then I really like this. So I'm thinking, well, can't think anymore because it's glued down. So I like that. The only thing I'm wondering on here is I think I'm going to add some more. I'm going to cover up that little splatter. So I'm actually going to put it right here instead. And that way it'll show. I'm going to go ahead and add 3D foam tape to the back of these. So I've already added 3D foam tape just to the bottom of the Good Vibes. I'm going to go ahead and get that glued down. And I am just going to straighten it as much as I can. And then this will stick to the photo. And then I've got these little subtitles that I did, and I'm just going to line, see how it's kind of glossy at the bottom? I'm going to line that little white part up with the top of this pattern paper. And then this one up at the top, I've got Sunshine. I think it's perfect right there. Again, this one doesn't have a line, but I want to make sure that some of it is over into this. Okay. Let me see what other stickers we can use. And I've got these little hearts right here. And I don't know if you can tell, but they're glossy. I'm going to put those all around. And then probably one down by them. Yeah. So there's the 3 hearts. I don't think I could add flowers, but I think if I, at this point, if I add flowers, I would have a whole lot of flowers to add. So I think that's going to be it. Yeah, let's just call her done. Oh, I lied. The Good Vibes kit comes with these little wooden flowers. Aren't they just so cute? I think it just kind of fits with the little retro feel. So I think I'm going to add just 3 flowers. And I think that's where they're going to be. Going to adhere these down with liquid adhesive. Could also use glue dots. I just find that, number one, my glue dots are running out. And number 2, I just find that sometimes these just stick a little bit better, this liquid adhesive, and it's really quick drying, so all I have to do is kind of press on it for a little bit and then it's done, and it dries clear, so you know, if I use too much like I tend to do sometimes, then it's all good. Okay, there is that. I will leave links down below to the Good Vibes kit, as well as links to all the other people playing along with Stretch the Sketch. And remember, Stretch the Sketch is where we take a sketch and we make anything but a 1 one page layout, 12 by 12. And like you can see here, I did an 8.5 by 11. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. If you liked what you saw, please leave a comment and a thumbs up. It helps YouTube show you more videos of the same, and it also helps my little bitty channel out in the process. And then also, if you aren't already a subscriber, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and sign up for notifications so you won't miss another crafty video. Thanks, and have a wonderful Easter.